Hey y'all, it's Monday morning, November 17th, and we welcome you to another edition of This Week at AMG. It is our pleasure to be able to share with you what is going on around the world through AMG, and God is truly doing some amazing things. Of course, next week we are getting ready to celebrate Thanksgiving, and there are many things we can be grateful for. One of those things is the faithful partners that AMG has that go to different places and serve with AMG. And one of those partners is a couple, Jimmy and Fran Stribling. They come from Hoffmantown Church in Albuquerque, New Mexico, and they have been to several places with AMG. They have been to Peru and Uganda and Thailand a couple of times. And what they have been doing in Thailand, actually this last time, is to teach children under AMG's care English. One of the ministries of AMG, of course, is the Child and Youth Development Ministry, where we seek to let children know about Christ while taking care of their physical needs and spiritual needs and giving them the tools that they will need to earn a living as they grow up and be used by God as a testimony for others around them in their communities. Well, part of what we are doing in Thailand is also try to teach them English when the opportunity arises. And Fran is going to be telling us about how she has been doing that alongside our missionaries, Paul and Lois Jenks. And let's hear from Fran as she shares with us.
Hi, I'm Fran Stribling and I live in Albuquerque, New Mexico. My husband Jimmy and I had a unique opportunity this year to travel to Thailand. We accompanied Paul and Lois Jenks of AMG, and we taught English as a second language. Now, we live in Albuquerque, which has 8 inches of rain a year because we're a desert. And when we arrived in northern Thailand, we found rain and mud for over a week. It was quite an adjustment for us, but we made it. While we were in Thailand, we were at a small Christian school in Mae Charim, northern Thailand, in the Nan province. The school is grade kindergarten to 6th grade, and they have about 300 students. The school sustains the local church in that area, which is a lighthouse spreading the gospel, which the district desperately needs. The village children attend the school on a daily basis, and they pay a nominal tuition. Now, there are Hmong tribal children who also come to the school, and they are bused in from their tribes, and they board at the school, and their board and tuition are made available by contributors, either churches, organizations, or individuals. Now, the Hmongs were immigrants from Tibet, Siberia, and Mongolia to China, and they settled along the Yellow River. The Hmongs in Thailand settled in villages on hills and in lowlands. In the past, the Hmongs were not interested in education. They needed their children to work with them in the fields. Now, education is the key to moving on to even higher education, to get better jobs and a better quality of life. Now, learning English is critical to be successful, so they can integrate, adapt themselves socially, and live in cities more easily. Children in the school have studied English. They've had Thai teachers who've taught them English. Now, they can read it and they can write it, but they cannot speak it because they haven't heard it spoken by an English-speaking teacher. Now, some of the sounds are very difficult to them. For instance, say in the CH sound, like much, such, touch, is very difficult for them. Also the L sound. Also with the S, whenever you make a word plural, they tend to just drop the S. It's difficult for them to add that S. Now, we found the students were very timid to speak to us at first. I don't know if this was because they were intimidated by us, that they were shy or embarrassed, maybe thought we would correct them. But in any event, as time went on, they warmed up to us and we were able to really communicate with them. We used grammar lessons, Bible verses and stories, songs, short stories, idioms, and games to teach them English. We also taught a few crafts. A hit with them were the duct tape wallets, and they made some very colorful ones and they seemed to really enjoy it. One of the things that I enjoyed most was the kindergarten children. They were very interesting. In the mornings, they would line up outside their classrooms. They would salute their flag, and then they would pray. Then they would go into their classrooms for the day. It was very interesting at nap time because they ate their lunch at 11 a.m. And then at 12 o'clock, they all got their little mats and went to their classroom, and they were sound asleep. And sometimes we walked by, and the teacher was on a mat asleep as well. It was also interesting that in the school, they wear uniforms, and each day the uniform is different. But one day a week, they wear their tribal uniforms. So it's interesting to see the children in their tribal uniforms, and you can sort of see who belongs to what tribe. One of the interesting events was the police and some local officials came to the school one day, and they came to encourage the students against smoking, drinking, and alcohol, drugs and alcohol. And they were very impressed that English is taught in this school by English-speaking teachers. One of the few schools in the province, in fact, that has English-speaking teachers. We focused on teaching English, but also on encouraging local believers to pursue spiritual growth and maintain purity. Thailand is 99% Buddhist. Most children in the school, therefore, are Buddhist. They're all from Buddhist homes. So this could be the only gospel that they hear in this school. This was an opportunity to be a witness of God's love and to teach from the Word, and we had absolute freedom to do that. Progress is being made through encouragement that visitors like us bring to the school. More visitors would be a blessing. The school is currently funded by an organization that has funded them for many years, and this organization has decided that they want to invest their monies in another venture, and so the support for the school will end in 2015. So some needs that the school has is that God will raise up support for the school so that they can maintain their school and continue to operate. The school also has maintenance needs. I mean, some of the things in the school are in disrepair, and that it would be helpful if someone could help with that. There's also a bus that needs repair. They cannot run the bus until about $2,000 is raised to repair the bus. Volunteers to go there and teach English, to do medical or dental work, pray, and provide financial support. Will you ask God how you can be involved? So please contact AMG. Thank you.
What they are doing is making a huge difference in the lives of these young boys and girls, and we are excited about how God uses that to prepare this generation to serve Him. There are many more opportunities to serve with AMG, and we would love to tell you more. If you would like to know more, please give us a call or go on our website at www.amginternational.org to find out about how you can become part of serving in some area with AMG. Well, that's it for this week. I hope you have enjoyed hearing from Fran in Thailand, and we hope to see you next week at This Week at AMG.